Hello, good evening, good afternoon. It is Sarah V here coming to you from my car. I do it no matter what. I don't care where I am. I have my my computer propped up on a cereal box because when I say I'm going to do something, I do it no matter what. So today I want to talk to you. I think I've talked to you about it in the past, but I wanted to talk to you about fear. Oh my gosh. And how I have been able to turn fear into abundance as well. Even though when we feel fear, we feel resistant, we feel the grip of, oh, I don't want to do this. And a lot of fear has been entering my soul lately, but I have a completely different definition and relationship to fear. So here's a quote. How do you like this? So fear, if let me remember this. So fear is the gateway to more abundance. It's kind of the unknown path to the door on the other side of, what is holding you back. And I have, been telling myself this over and over again, and I have been having a different relationship with fear. So I want to talk. So one of my greatest fears was the fear of failure, the fear that I couldn't do something. And I don't know whether you have both copies of my book Shine as well as my book I Wish I'd Known. One of my biggest fears was the fear of failure, was the fear that I couldn't do that. And if I had listened to the fears, these two books, which are about to have their 1 year bookerversary, that these books would not have been written. I would not have been sharing my message to thousands and thousands of people all over the world, in India, in Europe, in Mexico, all over the place, that I would not have done this. And I really wanted to honor myself and my amazing books. They're always available at books.sarahv.com. If you haven't gotten your copy, just honor my fear with, maybe you want to pick up these two copies of my book. But it's amazing what has happened since I didn't listen to my fear. Did I feel fear? Oh yeah, absolutely, I felt it. But if I hadn't have done it, I wouldn't have been able to, I mean, not just having my books out there, but traveling all over the world. I've been using them as, like beautiful little goodies and gifts for my restorative beach rentals. I have been leaving them in everywhere I go, in my hotel rooms. I mean, if I had listened to that fear, I wouldn't have had the abundance that I am experiencing now. So I want to ask you, what is one thing that you are afraid of doing or taking a chance at? Is there a place that you've always wanted to travel to, like Egypt? Hello, in October, and remembering I still have one spot left. Are you afraid of investing in your self-care? And would you like to, do something like a restorative beach weekend at my place? Not just me. I'm just kidding about that. But what is something that you are afraid to invest in yourself? Like, self-care is about this investment that you are worthy to do whatever it is that your soul is crying out to do. And one of the ways that I kind of changed the relationship with fear is this practice that I'm going to share with you here about asking yourself 4 questions about whatever it is that you are afraid of. Think about it. What is something that you would love to do, but you just feel this grip of fear holding you back? Is it a fear of change? Is it a fear of success? Is it a fear of failure? Like, if I am successful, will I be rejected by my family? Will nobody like me because I've ascended so much that no one can kind of keep up with me, or people don't know me? I know that was a huge fear when I decided that my marriage was complete and it was time for me to move forward into a new place. Do I feel fear and, like, oh God, should I have done that? Absolutely. But I know that I have experienced so much abundance in other areas that wouldn't have been possible if I hadn't have, taken that leap into doing something different. So, so 4 questions. Sorry, somebody was sending me a text. 4 questions. It's, perhaps you want to ask yourself, if there is something that you are fearful about, write it down. First of all, know what it is. Okay. And then 4 questions to ask yourself. This is called, I call it fear setting. It's easy for us to goal set, but are you willing to take and have a different relationship with fear by these 4 questions? So the first question: the worst thing that can happen if I take a step and actually do it. What are the worst things that can happen? Okay, that's the first question. Second question: what can I do to decrease the likelihood of that scary worst thing happen? Let me give you an example. So I did this with this trip to Egypt that I have 1 spot left. Um, and I did this whole fear setting because, yes, it's scary. I've never been there before. I don't know these women 100% that I'm going. So there's some definite fear coming up. I'm fearful that I'm going to be away from my partner for 10 days. I'm fearful that, oh my God, am I going to be comfortable in the place that I'm going to be? Am I going to feel grounded? So there's all these things. And so decrease the likelihood. Well, to decrease the likelihood, I could make sure that my app on my phone, WhatsApp, works, so that I can have constant communication with him. Can I leave him letters every single day of my love for him? Yes, I can do that. So what can I do to decrease the likelihood of the worst thing happening? Number 3, what are all the benefits if I do whatever it is? Oh my gosh. I mean, for me, Egypt is like, it's a dream. It's like so different. There's vortexes all over, near the pyramids, and I'm going to be able to meet all these amazing women. So there's so many benefits, and the benefits list completely, I had so many more on there. It kind of outweighed, the worst thing list. And then number 4, I love this one: the costs of inaction. It could be financial costs, but it also could be spiritual, emotional, ascension costs. Like, what is it going to cost you if you don't do it? So these are things that you can use, questions that every time you feel fear, you ask those 4 questions to yourself. And it really helps because, oh my God, this world will be stifled by the fact that you're not willing to step into it. How will the world be affected if you don't do this? And this is how we grow. This is how we live incredible abundance in our life. And, these are the little steps that you get to take to live the most fulfilled life. Is it easy? No. Does it feel uncomfortable? Yes. Oh my God. but understanding the discomfort just means that you are growing into the woman, man that you were born to be. And this is what I am so determined to teach people through transformational travel, through all the restorative things that I'm creating, with my beach rentals, with my restorative foods. This is what's happening. It's not gonna happen overnight, but we can take these little steps to get to where we're going. And don't forget, August 17th is my Be Abundant Now online retreat. What is stopping you from taking this step and joining me and learning how to be the energy? There will be a link below this that will show you exactly what we're going to be learning. And this is how we start to shift the energy that we have lived with and now are ready to let go and be abundant now. And there'll be also all sorts of links below. So please do one thing that makes you makes you afraid. One thing, maybe not bungee jumping, which I'm never going to do, or jump out of an airplane, but what is something that you're afraid of that you really would love to do? You can reply to this email or send me a direct message, whatever you want to do. I want to know. All right. So I hope that you can have a different relationship with fear, and fear does not hold you back from what you want to experience in your life. Thanks so much.